I am standing in front of the sign that directs you to the Buxton National Historic Site and Museum in North Buxton, Ontario, Canada. Where we are now, it was a haven for fugitive slaves, founded by a gentleman by the name of Reverend William King, who was a white Presbyterian minister that was born in Londonderry, Ireland in 1812. And through a variety of circumstances, he acquired 15 slaves, opposed to slavery, and couldn't free them in the South. So he wanted somewhere where he could free not only his own fugitives, but he wanted somewhere where other free blacks could come as well, because he had a firm belief that if blacks were given an opportunity, they could have economic independence, and they could become very self-sufficient and self-sustaining. So he sought the assistance of the Presbyterian Church and an association called the Elgin Association that was comprised of shareholders, both black and white. Basically, they pooled their resources together and they acquired 9,000 acres here in Raleigh Township for fugitive slaves and free blacks could come and settle. Now, Reverend King, once the fugitives arrived here, he provided them with each received 50 acres. They had to pay $2.50 for an acre. But there were restrictions that were set down by Reverend King for the settlement. The houses had to be 33 feet back from the road. They had to be 18 by 24, no fewer than 4 rooms. You had to have a flower garden, a vegetable garden. And I think it was these rules and restrictions that he enforced that it provided a sense of pride in the settlers here, and you could see how their self-esteem was just really improved, because once they arrived, they owned something. Because in the South, they didn't own anything. They didn't own the clothes on their back. But once they arrived here, they had something that they could call their own. So today we have the museum, which holds the numerous artifacts from the settlement, and a schoolhouse that was built in 1861 by some of those former fugitive slaves, a church that was built in 1866, a train station that dates back to 1870, and another church that's 1883. I think Buxton is probably one of the only remaining black Canadian settlements that's still existing as a very self-sufficient, cohesive community since the pre-Civil War era. But at its peak, there were close to 2,000 people that lived in Buxton and the surrounding area. Today, the population is probably close to 100, but we're still a very cohesive community.